Right then guys, how's it going and welcome back to Toon Tuesdays, your weekly roundup of Newcastle United news. Now, I said last week that I was hoping this week to provide some better, more useful and good information on the takeover, Rafa Benitez, and unfortunately I think hope was the key word because a week later and nothing more to talk about. To be honest, I went from a point, when it first got released, checking Twitter, the news, whatever, constantly, to now check every now and then when I get a chance because nothing's been said, and until we get some official confirmation from Newcastle, from the Premier League, we can't do anything. There's no point worrying about it. I think the excitement has certainly dropped from me a little bit now, or you just cling on to that little bit of hope that this will get sorted sooner rather than later, or will get sorted at all, is the hope. With regard to Rafa Benitez, 12 days to go. 12 days from tomorrow, Rafa Benitez's contract runs out. I read today that he's been linked with a Chinese club. How true that is, I've no idea. But what I think will be true is that he will have people knocking on his door, or at least people watching over his situation. And should nothing be done by the 30th of June, I think he's definitely going to have other offers on the table. I don't want to bang on about the takeover because until something actually gets said, it's all just nothing. But what I will say is that I've no doubt buying a £350 million football club will take a long time, which is why I think we're all sitting in hope that this is why it's taken so long. Why we've heard no announcement on it is a completely and very frustrating other topic, but yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully I don't have to keep saying that every week. Transfer rumours. Now, these are making me laugh, to be honest, because right now we are getting linked with selling players and buying players right now, which is kind of good because you want to know that we are active in the summer despite everything that's going on. But the fact is that I don't think, why would Ashley buy a player right now when he's about to sell the football club or trying to sell the football club? And then because Rafa Benitez is kind of in limbo at the minute, he also has final say on selling and buying players. So how we are being linked with buying and selling players is actually beyond me. But a few have mentioned the Longstaff one again. That got brought up ages ago and then it kind of went away, and I'm kind of hearing more about it on the Manchester United side of things rather than the Newcastle side. Longstaff actually said that he's not played anywhere near enough games in a Newcastle United shirt, so I really can't see that happening. The only way I could see Longstaff moving would be if Ashley stepped in and said, look, you're off. But at the end of the day, the player's going to have final say, and I can't see Longstaff going anywhere. The one that I read this morning was that we have been linked with buying Adam Webster. He was a Bristol City centre-back. Now, the reaction of that on Twitter was hilarious because centre-back is our strongest position in the squad. I don't think anyone can argue that. And again, why would Ashley put money forward for a player when he's trying to sell the football club? So I suppose, as I say, it's nice to hear bits and pieces of what's going on, but I really can't see anything happening with regard to transfers until either we get taken over or Rafa Benitez's contract gets sorted, or we potentially bring a new manager in at the beginning of July. But then again, is Ashley going to want to bring a new manager in on a contract in the 1st of July if he's hoping that the takeover will have gone through by mid-July? But that's opening up a whole new can of worms. But yeah, transfers I think are going to be on complete hold until we hear more about the takeover. Season ticket renewals are up, are ready to go. Prices are also up. I mean, a friend of mine who used to sit in front of me is now moving up next to me, so that's nice. And yeah, the price increase, I don't think it shocked anyone, but no one's happy about it. I mean, I'm not happy about it. When I got my season ticket for the championship season 3 years ago, I was technically a student then, so I was paying student prices. I'm not classed as a student anymore, so I'm paying adult prices. So in those 3 years, my season ticket price has gone up by around 50%, basically, which is quite a steep incline. And I know from last season into this season for people paying adult fees, it's gone up by around 5%. You know, it's gone up as it will probably continue to do, but the frustrating thing for everyone is, where is that money? You know, we haven't seen ambition, we haven't seen the money spent that we want. The stadium needs more than a lick of paint, and yet we are being asked to pay more and more each year. Again, let's just hope the takeover goes through and that extra 5% payment is worth it. I posted this on my Instagram this morning. I was interested to see what people had to say. It's been something I've been wanting to mention for a little while now, but because there's been so much other news the last couple of weeks, I haven't mentioned it. And it's that VAR will be brought into St James's Park and the Premier League for this upcoming season. First of all, I want you guys to let me know what you think of VAR. I am all for it. If you look at the number of daft decisions got given against us last year, we could have been points ahead of where we ended. The only problem I have with VAR is it's just not quite there yet. The time it takes to get checks and the time it takes to do this, and then sometimes they still give the wrong decision even after the review because it's not quite ready. We can only hope that, and I don't think it will be ready for the first game of the season, to be honest. All we can hope is that they'll be thinking quickly when things don't go right in the first couple of games, that they are going to improve it as quick as they can. But the question I actually asked in my Instagram this morning was about the fact that the screen in St James's Park can only be seen by about half of the people sat in the stadium. So first of all, can you see the screen? I don't think the screen is actually going to show replays. I think what the screen will do is it'll just let you know when there's a review, what the review is about, possibly. But with half of the stadium not being able to see that, how is everyone else going to know? Is it going to be announced on the tannoy? Are they going to be able to show it somewhere else in the stadium? So who knows? But should they have an additional second screen in the stadium for everyone else? But then where would they put it? I mean, we're not going to know the answer to any of this until the first game of the season. And one final thing to mention, I know I discussed all of the Premier League fixtures on Thursday in another video. I think we've got a tough start, a tough Christmas, and a tough end to the season, with the two bits in between those three where we're hoping to pick up some points. You know, the start of the season isn't as bad as last year, so that's one positive you can take from it. But I think, what is it, the first 9 games, we play 5 of the top 6. We also play promoted Norwich, who I have no doubt will be absolutely gunning to get their season underway. Obviously, they play Liverpool first game of the season, so they're probably looking at our game to pick up the first 3 points. But one thing that is worth mentioning, other than the fixtures itself, is that Amazon are taking over a number of fixtures this December, and the 2 Newcastle fixtures that got picked up are the Sheffield United away game, which is on the 3rd of December, and the Man United away game, which is on the 26th of December. I have Amazon Prime, so I'm hoping that means I'm able to watch them. So let me know what you think about that. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? I suppose if you've got Amazon Prime, it's a good thing. If you don't, then it's a bad thing. But that is about it for this week. Unfortunately, again, nothing to say on the takeover, really. Hopefully next Tuesday I'll have more to say. Let me know what you think about the season ticket increases, the fact that we're probably going to do nothing in this summer transfer window until the takeover gets sorted, I reckon. Amazon and VAR. Are you excited for that? Or are you dreading it? Let me know down below. But as always, guys, thank you for watching. If you are enjoying this series, do drop a like. And also, if I've missed any news from this week, let me know down in the comments and I'll make sure to mention it next week. Alright, thanks for watching. Catch you later.